Good morning, gladiators. We are about to play Salute you! And my cat, Minnie, also salutes you. She is having a sleep on the red rug on this cold Monday morning here in Sydney, Australia. Well, before I get started with my own game work this morning, I thought I'd go for a drive. A virtual drive, in fact, because today we're playing Ubisoft's The Crew 2, which is also made by Ivory Tower Studios. And this is a game that I haven't played before, but I've heard, interesting things about, mixed reports, good things, bad things, but I saw a download demo of it on Steam last night, and I thought I'd check it out. And so, without further ado, let's get in our fancy cars and go for a drive across America. Here we are in The Crew 2, and this game is interesting because it's a racing game, but it's an open world racing game, meaning that you can race around America and go to interesting locations and do missions in various orders. You're not just stuck on one or two tracks. As you can see here, you can also fly planes, race boats and hovercrafts, and off-roading, everything you could want really from a game. I loaded it up earlier this morning just to make sure it worked, so we're going to continue that game, but I'm only in the very first race, so let's go to it now. And I think in the very first race I'm driving a Porsche, which is no bad thing. Beautiful looking water, as all the Ubisoft games have. They're just stunning. Sure, okay, skip. I think it's loading, actually. Ubisoft have a way with graphics. They're just stunning visuals in these kind of games. There's our car there. Yeah, it's a nice Porsche of some kind. Alright, so we're racing along some streets with some Japanese towers. Now, from what I understand, you don't really take damage in this game, which is interesting. Well, I'm using the keyboard, the arrow keys, the AWD keys, and it's really slippery. What you really want in a game like this is whoa, is a steering wheel on a pedals and brakes. That makes these games so much easier to play. Damn, because it's spinning out a lot. So they've mapped out big parts of New York, apparently, in sort of miniature. Oh, that's cool, a big ramp. Let's do that. Whoa! So, apparently, you're collecting followers, like social media followers, and you're trying to become as popular as you can by racing. I don't know who's following me because I'm not racing very well. Probably the same people that watch the games Gladiator videos who don't really care that I can't play these games very well. They're following me out of goodwill. One thing that's conspicuously absent in this game so far is people. The streets are empty. It's like some kind of post-apocalyptic New York. And I kind of understand why they've kept the people out of it, but it does look a bit weird. Whoa, that's cool. Nice transition. Now we move to boats. Whoa, that's really trippy. It's something out of Inception. That's bizarre. I kind of like it though. Follow the checkpoint. The boats steer a little differently. So I've got a really good graphics card. I got an NVIDIA, I think it's the TI series. It was the best video card on the market about 15 months ago, and I don't know if it's really been surpassed. I know that new video cards have ray tracing on them, but So this game is about as good as it'll look. And it looks pretty spectacular. I mean, I have seen a bunch of really nice PC games while I've been doing this Games Gladiator series. This is one of the nicer ones. It does still look, you know, a little dated in parts for the buildings and so on, but I think the Forza game looked a bit better. The Forza Horizons game that I played before, but this is still pretty nice. You can't complain. I mean, I think car games are some of the best looking games you could show off your PC on. See the planes off in the distance. That's cool. I think you can fly those. Whoa. I'm struggling to catch up with these guys with my boat. It's really hard to control with a keyboard. Alright, on to the stunt planes. Straight out of the Red Bull. Whoa. Alright, flying over Central Park. Central Park's beautiful. I love Central Park. I've been in New York a couple of times when I was younger. Not for 10 years though, but I loved it. Whoa. Oh, shut up. Social media side. That's a real gimmick. Who cares about followers? Whoa. Whoa. I crashed. It's tricky. So it's using the reverse controls that I like to use for planes, where up is down and down is up, and it's really hard to fly. I'm not enjoying this plane section at all because I usually flip my controls. Bloody hell! Oh man, that's miserable. But I'm still gaining followers. Hopefully we can get through this. Get up. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck on a rock. Now, Ubisoft games are also famous for their bugs. And not this is a bug, but we are actually stuck on a rock. Can we get back on track? There we go. That's good. Yeah, look, how does these controls work? Controls. Let's flip the... Can I do it? How do I flip? No, it doesn't let me. Key mapping. Most of the time these games have a way to flip. Alright, well, we're just going to continue like this. Hopefully they just allow me to abandon. Okay, we can at least steer like that. That's a bit interesting. I just can't seem to stay upright. Oh no. No. I'm not a terrorist. I did not do that on purpose. Oh man, look, why do we... This is miserable. I don't want to do this part of the game. I do not enjoy it. I hate the way the plane controls. I hate the way I am controlling the plane. It looks pretty. You just got to get through it. It's just weird. It's hard to explain, but it just does not fly properly. It's not how I would control a plane in a game. Let's get back on track. I cannot, my friend. I most certainly cannot. Ah, oh, dear. Bumbling our way through the crew too. I just want to get back to the car. Unfortunately, we're nearly there. If we can get down to that. Oh, finished. Thank the Lord. It's very hard to describe just how bad this flying experience is. It's just horrible. Maybe with the joystick it's better, but that sucked with the keyboard. Do not recommend you go on the flying part. And I've missed the damn checkpoint as well. Finish, alright. There we go. Oh, let's get back in the damn car. Yeah, that's a real gimmick, that social media thing. Not a fan. Right, so not the best start to the Crew 2. I certainly prefer Forza to this. Like, infinitely better. Forza's awesome. This has not been a great experience to play so far. But we're not done yet. We're going to go through the open world part, hopefully, and go for a bit of an explore. This is the driver we've chosen. This kind of douchebag in a cap. I'll skip all this. So the idea is you're going through America trying to sort of, you know, make your name. Where do you want to go? We go off-roading. Oh, off-roading would be kind of fun. Not doing that, that's for sure. Street racing. Let's do the off-roading. Yeah, cool. Motorbikes as well. Yeah, so this is the sequel to the first Crew game, which came out in 2014 and boasted open world stuff as well. But they've improved the draw distance and the you know, the amount of paths you can take, and they've, you know, obviously added all these cutscenes and interactivity to the game, which you can follow along if you want. All right, this is our truck for the day. It's a big Ford. Whoa, off we go. This is pretty cool. Yeah, this was what I'm talking about. Bit of off-roading in a beautiful American national park. America had some of the most beautiful national parks. I've only ever seen them on television, but I really want to go one day and check out Yosemite and Yellowstone and the Appalachians, and you know, it'd be stunning. I'm really interested in American natural history and scenery, and you know, what better way to explore it than in this truck. Whoa! So we're in some kind of like, almost looks like a savanna, doesn't it? Like out of Africa, out of the arena. But where is the path? Get back on the track. Doesn't really... Oh, there it is. It sort of tells you where you're supposed to go. I've never been that good at following directions. Oh, that's a bit weird. I'd noticed that in the New York one. When you bump into things, you just have a sort of a strange bump back, but there's no real sense of, you know, big impact or anything. Where am I going? Just driving around some cactuses and you know, like the walls don't crumble or anything. The kind of thing that you actually see in a game like Battlefield will be great for a game like this, where, you know, terrain is destructible, bricks crumble apart and everything. And, you know, there's some nice particle effects and dirt and birds off in the distance, but it does feel a little empty, you know. Okay, that's the checkpoint. We're going completely the wrong way. 1.5 miles away. Oh, yeah. See, I feel like a truck like that should be able to bang through a brick wall made of old mud bricks. And a tent. You know, that tent's made of canvas. Like, this got mixed reports on Steam, and I can kind of see why. The driving does not feel that much fun. But, I mean, I imagine with the steering wheel it would be a lot more entertaining. But I definitely, yeah, Forza is a lot better than this. In my humble opinion. You may prefer the Crew 2, and obviously I don't give these games that long. You know, I'm only trying it out for, you know, 10, 15 minutes. And these are real spot judgments, if you will. But not to say that it isn't fun, because it is fun, but there are just some weird things like the, you know, the lack of real damage on the vehicle and the lack of convincing impact when you hit certain things. I like all the mud splatters and everything and detail on the car. And the landscape does look cool. We're going to climb up this hill. See if our truck's got it in it. Yep. Reach that gear. Reach the checkpoint. Probably not going to gain that many followers from this race. But we truly did go off-road. We went off course. So... not really sure where the next checkpoint is. There's an arrow pointing there. Follow along. Finish. So we go up the hill and back. Right, I see. Yeah, see, the truck didn't even move when we hit it. Anyway. The draw distance is very impressive. I definitely think that's cool. Let's go off this. Whoa! Look at a cat lying on the bed. The cat, she just doesn't care, doesn't hear any of that noise. I have 2 cats, in fact. And my little boy loves to run after them, and, you know, we have to teach him not to pull their tails. There you go, fascinating fact about my life. That's what you get when you watch Games Gladiator. You get everything but good racing. Not bad. Not bad. That was awful. That was god awful. So we've wrapped up the race, but I wasn't quite at the finish line, but here we are. Back at base camp. Let's try one more race, and then I'll call this a day. I would like to, you know, not so much go in a race. I'd like to just go for a drive across America, you know, in a game like this. Just go on the highway, stop off at little truck stops, and... Okay. New discipline. You lack discipline! Come on! Get to the chopper! Oh, okay. Rally raid vehicle. Which one? So alright, so we're walking around in the first person mode now. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, we did that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you know, there's probably so much more to this game that I really haven't even seen yet, so I am sort of a little hesitant to sort of write it off so quickly. And my great friend John Stayskull swears by this game. He loves it. And he has a great steering wheel setup, and he says if you play it with that, you have a good time. So we're just going for a drive now. I don't really know if there is a destination for us, but this rally car does handle very well, and that's pretty cool. So we got 23 seconds to reach a checkpoint of some kind. I'm not sure how to drift. That wasn't it. Other than the birds, there's just the lack of people outside of the sort of the base camp area is a little bit, you know, you don't really expect that much in this, but I'm not seeing any kind of wild animals and things. Or they probably run off when they hear the screams of the engine. Okay, so that's a rally drive. There's a big truck over there. Can I shop? Buy something? Right, so these are sort of expansion packs you can get. One of the criticisms of the game and of many Ubisoft games is that they are loaded with DLC and microtransactions and season passes and just a lot of stuff that you buy after you've bought the game, and you know, sometimes it can feel a little cynical. It does feel a little lifeless. You know, it doesn't, you know, for a game from last year, I'd expect people to at least be moving around a little bit rather than sort of staying in their one spot. Can we go on the helicopter? They just did the Arnie joke just like me. Huh? Oh, okay, another flying vehicle. This could be the end of us. Up and down. I mean, I think of like a game like Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out back in 2013. I think that handled flying better than this game. But the view distance is incredible. It's really good. Whoa, we're doing flips. Not easy to do with a chopper. So they get basically giving us sort of a 30-second demo of each vehicle to see if you like it. Whoa, do another flip, see if we can crash it. Down. Right as the demo ran out. Alright, well, that's it. I think I've seen enough of this game for now. Yeah, the crew too. I do have a feeling there's a lot more to it than what I've seen. I wasn't super impressed with how the driving handled compared to a game like Forza. But I can see there's a ton of depth, and the idea of driving across America and competing in races and events is pretty appealing. So if you're into motorsports, you might be able to pick this one up cheaply and check it out yourself. Until next time, my friends, I bid you farewell. Minnie continues to sleep, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.